We have lots of different seats. We have cushions, and we have these 3 blue chairs. And we have this rocking chair and some purple chairs. We have a sitting area. We have sort of a bench.
We all have a cubby covers. Everyone in the class has a different cubby cover. We all have to keep our cubbies safe. We need to clean it good. These are all of the cubbies, and this one is mine. This is how we keep it a little clean. Welcome to our class library. Inside our library, we have graphic novels, humor, magic, and more. Including sports, old and books, USA experience, humor, magic, animal fiction, mystery, and happy heart picture. We picked 2 books from our library. Some are easy peasy, some are just right books, and some are someday books. Just right books are books that you can read most of the words. Easy peasy books are the books that you can read all of the words. Someday books are books that you are struggling with. This is our beautiful carpet. On the carpet you have to stay 3 feet apart, and this is how you do it. In morning meeting, make sure to stay on your circle spot. These are all the things that help us as a better mathematician. A ruler, cubes. Okay. Shapes, dominoes, dies, and cards. This is the explorations closet. We put all the stuff we use in it. This is the marble run stuff where we put the marble run. This is the arts and crafts closet. It's where we put some of our markers. And we have lots of baskets of markers over here. The class has individual jobs. My job is the phone manager. My friend Luke's job is the technologist, and my other friends' have all these jobs, like substitute, caboose, line leader, botanist, nurse, and door holder. This is our green folder and our orange folder. Inside them we put papers, we put stuff like writing, and our own folders we put stuff that needs to go to our parents. Before we do explorations, we do our morning work. In morning work, we sometimes do worksheets, and sometimes we do handwriting them. And we do math problems like 10 plus 11. It's 21. After that, we do explorations. In explorations, we sometimes play Legos and puzzles. And in the cabins, there are marble run and magnet tiles and board games. This is morning meeting. We start our day as a class on the carpet. We sing a song. Banga Lafia, Ashe, Ashe. Banga Lafia, Ashe, Ashe. Welcome to everyone with open arms. Peace, love, goodwill to you. We're glad We also do journals. And this is the science journal. This is the history journal. This is the class community journal. This is the culture, and that's the math journal. Math workshop helps us get better at math. When we do math, we sometimes do forms like base 10 form and word form. We learn new things like place value. We play place value battleship, and when the timer goes off, we sit down on the carpet and then we share celebrations and challenges. Here's our related art schedule. Monday we have art, Tuesday we have PE, Wednesday we have technology, Thursday we have music, and Friday we have library. Sometimes we eat in the cafeteria. Sometimes we eat outside.
What about recess?
Then I get to play with friends. Playing with my best friend.
Looks like you got tagged.
It's so funny to get to play these tags. Play with my friends. My friends are running around. Reading workshop help us become stronger readers because we work together to figure some words out. We use strategies and like skip and come back and sounding it out. And these are some facts I wrote. You can say it anywhere. It's silent sometimes. New books we haven't read are amazing. Miss Tinsley reads as a part of a book every day. We get books from the class library. We have non-fiction and fiction. We have a lot of chapter books. We don't get easy peasy books or someday books. Investigations, we work as a scientist and a social scientist. We also go to a link on our computer called People of America. So far we've learned about North America, South America, and Africa. Something else we learned is that Native Americans were the first people here. One of the houses that they lived in are called long houses. We ask questions and learn things about different kinds of people. This is our outdoor time. Which is our second recess. Writing workshop. We have our writing notebook. We have to write so we get stronger at writing. We write about stories. We put a period at the end. We put capital letter at the beginning. We write about what we want to write about. We write a solution in our story, and a problem in our story, and a title. We write on the line. That's what we have to write about in writing workshop. Well, how we know when our car is here is the dismissal. So when we see our name on the board, we go to the front or the back. And that's our day. I hope you enjoy. Bye!
Hi family. So now that we are rocking and rolling in our second grade adventures, I do think that it's time for us to give our kids a little bit more responsibility and make sure that they're practicing some things at school and at home, which I'm sure that you guys are doing wonderful things at home with the kids, like reading and, working on some math and working on some writing. So just want to take a second to kind of introduce you guys, if you haven't already seen, to our class website. There's not much information on here because I do send out the Blooms posts every week. And that's where most of our information will be. But this is just kind of a place to house everything that might be extremely important, so that way you don't have to scroll through Zoom. So if you look, we have our homepage, which just has some pictures of the kids. And then we have the tab Our Day, which goes through what our, gonna load, there we go. What our day looks like, and then our related art schedule, so that we can make sure we're wearing the appropriate materials to school. And then last but not least, I just added this last part that says at home practice. Now, I am going to have the kids begin to start practicing some things at home, both math and reading and writing. So what that looks like for us in second grade is just having the same schedule of what are we doing on Mondays and Wednesdays, and then what are we doing on Tuesdays and Thursdays. So if you take a look at the calendar, which I will post monthly, again, under at home practice, each day will tell you exactly what the kids need to be doing. So you'll notice that on Monday, it's the same thing, math game with the family. And then on Wednesday, it's the same thing, math game with the family. And so all I'm asking is just for you to take 20 minutes out your day, tops, just to play a math game with your child. This is nothing that you'll have to make up on your own. I just want them to choose a game that we've already played at school. Some of the games we've played are Race to 100, Race to 0, the Place Value game, Place Value Battleship. So they know where all those games are. They are responsible for making sure they have everything they need to take home for those games. This is not something that you guys are responsible for, and I've already told the kids that. The only thing that I'm asking of the parents is to make sure that you do play a game with your child. Mathematician to mathematician. And I told the kids the only difference between them as a mathematician and you as a mathematician is just that you guys have been practicing math longer than they have. So once you've played a math game with your child, again, no more than 20 minutes, I am asking that parents fill out this form for me. So you'll see here where it says Math Talk, and then there's a Google form here. And I am going to ask that you complete it at least once a week. So you'll notice on the schedule, it says that we're doing it on Mondays and Wednesdays, but really you only have to fill out this form once a week. And if you want to fill it out twice, perfect. The more information I have, the better. So it's a quick little form, and it just says, sorry, I'm going to zoom in on this a little bit. It says my second grade mathematician's name, my name, I am the adult mathematician, or you are the adult mathematician, what game did we play, and then just take down a few notes. It can be as much or as little as you want about what you notice about your child's thinking, whether any misconceptions, is there anything that you notice that they're getting better at, what is some of the language that they use to talk about what their strategies were. So a quick little form, submit, again, just once a week. And then on Tuesdays and Thursdays, I am asking the kids to just read for 20 minutes. And then they're going to work on their writing about reading. So for me, writing about reading is so important because we've been talking about how do we engage with the text. So it gets the kids from just reading what they see to actually thinking and feeling and asking questions and making connections and making inferences and just kind of connecting with the text on a deeper level. So on Tuesdays and Thursdays, once the kids have read, they will complete their writing about reading. All right, so here is an example of our writing about reading. So I'm going to show you 3 different examples. And as you can see, they're all half-size notebooks because we don't need a whole bunch of room to write. But I just want to, before I kind of talk about it a little bit, I just want to state that there is nothing in this writing about reading notebook that your child cannot do on their own. They might need a little bit of help. They might get a little bit confused about a question, but really, we've done this in class enough times that the kids know exactly what they're doing, and you're just there to support them. So here we have a writing about reading, and again, the kids are just going to read for 20 minutes, and then they'll open up this notebook to the very back. Now, on this back, we have glued in some questions that we can ask ourselves as readers once we're done reading. It'll check our comprehension, but it'll also help us have a deeper understanding of the story and what's happening. So, the kids will open up to the next clean sheet of paper. Excuse me. We'll open up to the next clean sheet of paper. They'll write their title at the top, their date, and the question that they chose. Now, this child chose to answer question number 3. Describe the setting. We're working to complete 2 sentences to answer the question. 2 complete sentences. That's all we're working on right now. But if you know that your child is ready to write more than 2 sentences, then please encourage them to do so. But I'm asking for at least 2 sentences. So here's our first example. Again, title, date, question number that they're answering, and then their 2 sentences or more to answer that question. Let's take a look at another example. Again, we have our title, our date, our question number, and then our 2 sentences to help us answer that question. And then our last example, but the same thing, title, date, question that we're answering, and then our 2 sentences to help us answer. All right, so that is our writing about reading.